Welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Want to get into more of these top political headlines. Well, lawmakers are quite busy holding confirmation hearings for members of Trump's cabinet or would-be cabinet. We do have some confirmations. We made this graphic that we just want to keep you up to date on all of them here. I want to put them up. So we're just tracking these. You'll remember that Secretary of State Marco Rubio, on the day of the inauguration, just a week ago today, it was confirmed by the Senate, 99-0. He's already at work there at the State Department. And then CIA Director John Ratcliffe was confirmed there, 74-25. And then Friday night, the drama playing out on the Senate floor when Vice President J.D. Vance had to come and break the tie to confirm Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, 51 there to 50. And he started at the Pentagon today. We'll bring you that in just a moment. Also, over the weekend, Kristi Noem, former South Dakota governor, confirmed in a vote of 59-34 as the next Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. And just today, investor Scott Bessent confirmed by the Senate in a vote of 68 yeas, 29 nays to be the next Secretary of the Treasury here. Let's read to you a little bit about who Scott Bessent is, according to the Associated Press here in their article, in their write-up. They say this, that the U.S. Senate today confirmed billionaire investor Scott Bessent to serve as Trump's Treasury Secretary, giving him the delicate balancing act of cutting taxes and curbing deficits while putting forward a plan on tariffs that does not jeopardize growth. So he will now become the nation's 79th Treasury Secretary. He's from South Carolina, and he will be the first openly gay individual in the role. Historic first, as Trump seeks novel ways to implement a policy agenda driven by both billionaire business leaders with concerns over regulations and a populist base that wants government leaders to fight for them. Bessent is a past supporter of Democrats who once worked for George Soros, but has become an enthusiastic supporter of Trump. He said the U.S. faces economic calamity if Congress does not renew key provisions of Trump's Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that are set to expire December the 31st, New Year's Eve this year. Those are the Trump tax cuts of 2017. Now, he says negotiating the extension of those tax cuts will be one of his major responsibilities, even as he has also pushed for 3% annual growth, significant trims to deficits, and increasing domestic oil production by 3 million barrels a day. That's his 3-3-3 plan. You've probably heard him discuss and us talk about here. So after he was confirmed, Republican Senator from Idaho, Mike Crapo, chair of the Senate Finance Committee, said approving Bessent was one of the easiest votes we could ever take. Though Democrats say he has engaged in tax avoidance by failing to pay nearly $1 million in Medicare taxes related to his limited partnership in his hedge fund. Bessent, meanwhile, takes issue with his tax liability to the IRS and is in litigation over the tax bill. He committed during his confirmation hearing that he would pay the tax bill if a court rules against him there. So, Scott Bessent becoming the highest-ranking gay public official ever in the nation's history there. So, somewhat historic. Also wanted to bring to you some of these other top headlines on some of these cabinet picks, including the schedule of some of their confirmation hearings and some of their confirmation votes. Fox News Capitol Hill correspondent Chad Pergram with this on the timeline now, saying the Senate will vote to confirm Sean Duffy as Transportation Secretary tomorrow at noon Eastern. Chad says that he will get bipartisan support. The Senate will also vote at 2:15 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to break a filibuster to begin debate on a bill to sanction the International Criminal Court. You'll remember after it issued an arrest warrant for Israeli officials, including Prime Minister Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant there. Back out live to Capitol Hill, we have some more kind of programming notes for you about who is in opposition, who is in favor to some of these cabinet picks from President Trump. Here, our colleague Ryan Schmeltz at Fox News Radio with this. saying Rand Paul, the Republican from Kentucky, says he will not support Trump's labor secretary nominee, Lori Chavez DeRaymer. Paul saying, I think she'll lose 15 Republicans and she'll get 25 Democrats. I mean, she's very pro-labor. She might get all the Democrats. Who knows? So that's very significant. Remember, Lori Chavez DeRaymer, just last election, lost her race to keep her congressional seat. Remember, she hails from Washington State. I apologize there. No, she hails from Oregon. Got my Pacific Northwest states mixed up there. In the meantime, though, so wanted to get this in because this is quite significant. A Republican diverging from President Trump's priorities there. In one, Rand Paul saying he will not support Trump's labor secretary pick, Lori Chavez DeRaymer. So wanted to get all of that in there on this Monday.